Madame Curie, how long have you been making your experiments with this unknown element?
For the past three and a half years.
It is obvious that you are dealing with some remarkably powerful force.
Madame Marie Curie is the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. She is awarded the 1903 Nobel Prize in Physics, along with her husband Pierre and Henry Becquerel, for developing the theory of radioactivity.
This element of ours obviously has a terrific power. Power enough to affect healthy tissue like mine. Power enough to destroy tissue. If it has this power, why hasn't it also the power to destroy unhealthy tissue? By destroying unhealthy tissue, it could heal all manner of diseases.
Like cancer, even?
Yes, Pierre, it might even do that.
In 1911, Curie wins a second Nobel Prize in chemistry for her discovery of the elements radium and polonium, becoming the first person to win the Nobel Prize in two scientific fields.
I can't give it up. If it takes 100 years, it would be a pity. But I'm going to see how far I can go in my lifetime.
Because of her gender, Madame Curie had to overcome significant barriers in order to accomplish her scientific achievements. She gave away much of her Nobel Prize money, refused to patent the radium isolation process, to encourage ongoing research and develop mobile radiological units to help battlefield surgeons save lives during the First World War.
If we can prove the existence of this new element, it may enable us to look into the secret of life itself deeper than ever before in the history of the world.
She had studied the work of German scientist Wilhelm Röntgen, who had discovered X-rays. Curie then brought X-ray machines to the battlefield by inventing mobile units called little Curies to help surgeons locate and remove shrapnel and bullets from wounded soldiers. She and her daughter Irene trained 150 women to drive these little cars and drove one herself despite the danger. Curie also oversaw 200 radiological ruins in field hospitals. It's estimated that by the end of the war, her efforts saved the lives of 1 million men, but may have cost her her own. Curie knew that overexposure to X-rays would pose risks to her health, but there wasn't any time to improve on safety practices. Years later, she would die of aplastic anemia, a blood disease likely due to exposure to large amounts of radiation over her lifetime. Despite her humanitarian efforts, the French government never gave her any official recognition, whereas she was gaining increasing fame abroad. Curie was buried at a cemetery in Sceaux, the suburbs of Paris where she married and where her husband lay. Curie's work helped to overturn long-established ideas in physics and chemistry while paving the way for future generations of women and scientists.
Look for the clear light of truth. Look for unknown, new roads. Even when man's sight is keener far than now, divine wonder will never fail him. Every age has its own dreams. Leave then the dreams of yesterday. You take the torch of knowledge and build the palace of the future.